Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Claudine, and in this video I'll be talking about the small gadgets that I have in my kitchen that make my work easier. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is this egg slicer. As you can see, I have an egg here already that I'm going to show you how it works. So this is an egg slicer. It opens up, and over here there's small lines or small wires that help cut the egg into small slices and in even pieces. This can be very good if you're looking into making a salad or just a bread sandwich and you don't want to use a knife to cut it. The next one I'm going to show you is an apple slicer. This one too, if you want to share an apple with different people, or if you just want to enjoy it, you can use an apple slicer. I already have an apple here that I've washed. So how it works, you just place it right in the middle and square it down. One advantage of this is that it slices your apple into even pieces and it removes the middle core. And you can enjoy it either yourself or with anybody else that you want to share it with. This is one gadget that I use widely as well, especially if I want to cut an apple for my kids and I don't want to use a knife. So this is very, very versatile in my house. The next one I'm going to show you is this onion slicer. It has different parts to it. I'm not even sure what this one is for because I don't use it much. This is also a slicer, like if you want to cut other things in different shapes and sizes, like maybe baby carrots, green pepper, you can use this. The one I use mostly is this one here, the smaller parts to cut my onion, to chop my onions. The trick to it that I learned after a long time is cut your onion into 4 pieces. Like if it's one big one, cut it into 4 pieces. That makes it easier to press down. So you cut your onion, put it here and press down. So this pushes it through the hole and it keeps your onion in one container and it limits the episode of crying, if you know what I mean. So this here, I use it a lot, especially if I'm doing mass cooking over the weekend for the week. This is what I use mostly. Another one that I have, is this. I don't know if you can see it properly, but this is like a peeler. I use it mostly for my carrots, cucumber, whatever kind of veg if you want to peel it, potatoes, name it. This here, very, very versatile. It makes your work easier and works swiftly. I don't use this much because I just let my onions cook well, but if you need to mash something like potatoes, or if you want to mash your tomatoes, this here will make it easier for you. So it's very simple to use. You just press it down on the pan until you get the consistency you're looking for. Another one I use, not so much though, but it's the can opener. This is if you need to open any kind of can container that doesn't have the easy flip and pull. This is one of those you can use. These days they even have the electric ones. I've had this for at least 5 years and it still works perfect. You just make sure you hook it to the groove, press down and turn it around as you open. Be careful not to cut yourself because it's very sharp. I'm gonna show you the 2 kind of choppers I have. This is a garlic press. Very simple. You just put your garlic in there and press down and it comes out through here. I don't like it much because it's just so messy. So usually if I have to press garlic, this is what I use. It's a mortar. So you just really make it simple. Just press it down until it's all mashed up and you get what you're really looking for. This is my grater. I use this if I only need to grate like 1 carrot. Really, that's the most I use it for. One thing I like with it is that once you put it down on whether it's your chopping bar or a plate, you can grate and everything stays in there. It doesn't cause so much mess. And it has different parts. This is the bigger size, the medium, and the smaller one. The smaller one, I'm not sure what people really use it for, but I don't use it. I don't use this either most of the time, unless I want very, very fine carrots. That's when I use it. But most of the time, I use this side. All right. And I'm gonna show you about two of my mixers. This here is a mixture for like if you're making waffles or pancakes, you can use it to mix it up. All right, you see, just put your ingredients in here. One downside of it is that it's very limited in size. It doesn't make much. Once in a while I make homemade waffles or pancakes, but most of the time you just use the frozen ones because it's just easy. It makes it easier when especially when kids need to go to school. And an advantage with this is that it keeps the mixture in the container, and you can just use this to pour it for whatever amount you need. And if you need to mix it again, just put the lid back on and mix it. All right. And the other option I use for a mixture is this here, especially if you're making more mixtures. This here will be handy. It has three, I believe it's 3 different settings that you can use. It's electric, it's not plugged in. And one advantage too is it has the eject part. So if this is messy and you don't want to touch it, you just press the eject part and it comes off. Very handy tool that I use in my house. So I'm gonna show you my blenders. I have 3 small blenders that I use. So the first one here, this one is rechargeable. I don't use it much, just because it's small. Yeah, but it's rechargeable. It has a little blade there, so it doesn't blend very thick ingredients if you put in here. So maybe something simple like just protein smoothie, like if you just put milk and smoothie, you want to blend it in here. I think that will work sufficient. It has the charging port there, and once it's charged and you put everything in there that you need to, you just press on that and it mixes it. So I don't use this much, as I said, but once in a while I do use it. The other tool that I use widely is these two. Advantage with these two is that you can blend and go with the container. Okay, so I've had this here for a very long time, at least for 5 years for sure. It's very handy, it still works efficient. 1 cup, is it really 1 cup? Oh, it's about 14 ounces, but it blends very, very well. Usually I just put whatever I need to put in there, the fruits, the veggies, the protein, whatever part you need to put in there, and just blend it. It's electric. It has a lower part where you can wrap your cord and just keep it safe from being tangled. The other blender that I use widely too is this one here. It's also 1 cup. Sorry, that's dusty. It's also 1 cup. And you can use it on the go as well. So this is the lid, but this is the blending motor part of it. Just screw it up and make sure it's lined up, if I can find where the lining is. I've had this for a while too. I like it because it's very versatile, it's easy to use, you blend, you close and you go. So this is also like a 1 cup, 1 serving, or you can share with somebody, and that's the part where you press on. It also has this bottom part where you can just wrap your cord and keep it in there to prevent it from tangling. So once you're finished blending, just unscrew that and put your lid back on, and you have your smoothie on the go. So if you have any gadgets that are very, very handy and you want to share, please feel free to let us know down here. One thing I don't have on here that I'm adding to my list is a lemon squeeze that you can use to squeeze your lemon if you want to make tea, or if you want to use it just for anything else. I'll catch up with you in the next video to show you my bigger gadgets that I use in my house. Till next time, peace out.